All right, everybody, I think I'm ready to go now. We're gonna start today off by making a pear and berry crisp. So I'm gonna start working with the topping first just to get it going and set to the side, and then I'm gonna start working on all the fruits and like the filling that I'm gonna put inside that pear berry crisp. So let's get started with 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. We are gonna need 1/2 cup of oats. These are quick cooking oats. One-quarter cup of light brown sugar. I'll just grab a spoon or a fork. I'm just gonna grab a fork, make sure that all that brown sugar is broken up, it's all whisked together. It just makes it easier in the long run when you're doing it like this, just to kind of break it all up. Like that, perfect. So now to this, I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. You can add cinnamon alone if you don't like pumpkin pie spice. You can omit it altogether, but you need that little bit of warmth to kind of work its way through, to just kind of give it a little bit of that crisp sensation. And then I have to refill my salt container, but 2 small pinches of salt just to balance out flavors. And then the last thing we're gonna do is cut 4 tablespoons of butter. And we're gonna cut this butter into little bits. If I could get it open. We're gonna cut it into little bits, and it's gonna break up when we work it into that topping. You want it to resemble the size of little peas. So see, I'm cutting it into little squares, little tiny squares like that. That's kind of what you want, just so that it breaks in there real well and it incorporates into your topping, and it makes a really nice crumb. So I'm just using my hands and I'm breaking the butter. I'm like pressing it into this flour, sugar, oat mixture. You just want it to come in together. You could use a pastry cutter if you wanted to. 2 knives, like 2 butter knives put together. And you're gonna cut the butter into the oats and flour and sugar. But you get the same kind of effect by just pressing it together with your hands. The ultimate effect of this is that the butter and the sugar melt together and kind of create like a crumbly, caramelly flavoring on top. And that's really the difference between a cobbler and a crisp, or a cobbler and everything else. Like the cobblers are usually either a pie crust, they're more sturdy. A crisp or a crumble, it's in the name essentially, that you get that brown sugar and butter melting together to create kind of like a crispy top. And they used to call it a cobbler. Fun little history fact, because the top of it, since it was not perfect and it was kind of crumbly, it resembled the cobblestones that they would use to make the roadways. Cobbler. Okay, perfect. So if you can see, when you clump it together, it holds into itself like that. That's perfect. I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna work on our filling. So we're gonna work on our filling now. And in here I have 2 pints of strawberries that I have chopped up in, well, what I did was quarter them, and then the smaller ones I just halved. I have a cup of fresh blueberries right here. Look at how beautiful those are. We can go ahead and toss those in there as well. And then I'm going to peel and dice up 3 pears. And you want to cut them roughly the size of those strawberries. Good chunks. Perfect. So toss it all together like that. Oh, so beautiful. Now we're gonna add the flour and the sugar. Okay guys, so to this we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of white sugar. You could use just pure cane sugar as well. I just always have granulated sugar for baking and things of that nature on hand. And then we're gonna add 2 heaping tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to use that same spoon to just kind of mix everybody together. That flour is going to mix with the juices from the berries and the pears as they're cooking down. And it's going to create kind of like a thick sauce. Okay, perfect. So now I'm using an 8x8 baking dish. And I'm just carefully, I know I saw blueberry fly, but that's fine. Place this evenly into the dish. Okay, so now that the topping is nice and crumbly, we've broken it up really well. We're just gonna take it and sprinkle it over the top. Just evenly putting it everywhere, coating the whole top. Beautiful. So that's gonna go into the oven on a sheet tray in case it does bubble over, and it's gonna bake for 45 minutes at 350 degrees. In 45 minutes we'll check it and see if maybe it'll need a few minutes more. I doubt it, but we'll give it a check anyways. Okay guys, so we finished our cobbler. Look at how beautiful that is. It's got amazing colors and it's got a little crunchy top to it. Let's give it a quick taste test. So I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of the corner there so nobody gets mad at me. Look at how pretty. It's got a beautiful purple color from the blueberries and stuff. Oh my gosh, that tastes so good. You know what this needs? It needs a little bit of ice cream. And that's fine. I have a tub of vanilla ice cream, and I know I just took a tiny bit from the corner, but you want to get the right experience here, right? I just pulled this out of the freezer, so it is quite solid. Let's take a little tiny bit. See, that's the perfect bite right there. Oh, everyone's gonna love this. This is a perfect dessert for today. You guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys make a cobbler like this. It's so delicious. And traditionally, we're so used to making like an apple cobbler or an apple crisp or strawberry rhubarb. Put the pears and the blueberries and the strawberries, put them all together. They're gonna taste delicious. I hope you guys make this. Please give it a try. Thank you so much for being a part of my day and for sharing with me. I genuinely appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time in the kitchen. Have a wonderful day.